Hi, I want to do a recap today on yesterday's trades. And yesterday was Friday Lottos. And we'll start with SPY. This is actually what I called yesterday right here. All these. I don't usually call this many, but on a Friday I like to take advantage of the cheap premiums, and that's what we did. So I'll start with SPY, which we got at 294 puts at 41 cents. We got that at 1:49 p.m. which is right about, where were we? 149. Whoops, this is the wrong chart. This is Netflix. Here we go. 149 should be right about here. Yeah. This is where we got it. And the reason I got it was doing the wedge right here, a bearish wedge, and was hoping for a breakdown, which it did. And we bought it at, let's see, 41 cents at 149, which is right midway of this candle right here. Right in this, actually no, on the pullback. Right in here, one of these two candles, we got it. And it took off. I went, 100%. So that was good. It broke down like I predicted it would. And the next one was Netflix, the puts. I had two Netflix calls and puts. Actually, I'll talk about the call right now since it's right here. I called the call at 267.50 calls at 44 cents. I said it was very risky lotto. It was 10.59, and it was right in here, 10.59. And the reason I got it here was because it dropped and it curled up and it was chopping over VWAP, which is this dotted line, and it was in a bullish flag, and on top of that it was forming a cup and handle. So it was like a double whammy, a triple whammy actually, over the VWAP, cup and handle, bull flag. I was expecting a monstrous, another 267.50 retest run, and then it went below VWAP, and I got out, and I didn't like that. And so as soon as it went below VWAP, I got out, and then it perked back up. I was like, great, I missed it. I stopped out for no reason. It was going to take off, and then like 10 minutes later, there was a news about China not going to deal with any threats or something like that, any trade deal threats, or I can't remember what it was, something to do with China, and it just dumped hard. And I was like, well, I'm glad I stopped out. But the setup was there. It was a really beautiful setup. Both flag, cup and handle over VWAP. I really thought it was going to make a nice monstrous move. It probably would have if it wasn't for the news, but it could have, would have, should have, who knows, but that's just the way it is. And that was, 44? Yeah, I bought right in here. Actually, no. It was at 10.59. 10.59, where are you? Yeah, right in this candle. Right in here is where I bought it. And I got stopped out because that didn't work out, and because of the news. And let's see what's next. We already covered SPY. Let's cover the other Netflix puts. And I grabbed those after getting stopped out and that news crushing me. Well, not crushing me, but taking a small loss. I decided to grab the 260 puts at 12.42. But the reason I didn't grab them in this is because every time there's a big news dump, it likes to retrace, and I hate playing those things like that. And it works the same way too. If there's good news and it pops big, it will pop big, and people will chase, and it will pull back to 50% or 100% of the pop, and I hate playing those. So I like to wait for the dust to settle and something to set up. And it did. It made this wedge under VWAP. So before I was playing the wedge above VWAP, now I'm playing the wedge below it. So then I grabbed the 260 calls at 12.42, which was right here, right before the dump, and that went 100%. And let's see it on the, which was 12.42, right here. Paid 35 cents. We got it right here, and it made 100% within 10 minutes. So that worked out really good. It dumped the way I was anticipating, and it worked out. And so that NFLX puts worked out a lot better than the calls did. So then we'll cover BA, which was not very fun for me. Okay, I'll start with the 35 puts. Let's see. Yeah, we got the BA 385 puts at 40 cents, and I had them earlier in the beginning of the day, right at open at 382 puts at 26 cents, but I'll cover that the 382 in a second. The 385s got at 949, which is right in here. So that was right about here, and they went up like 50%. I mean, I got out because I hate BA with a passion, because I always get burned with it every time I play it. So, you know, there's a 50% pop, and I'm chicken when it comes to BA, so I got out. And some people didn't. Some people, you know, got stopped out. Some people held right through, and the people that actually had the stones to hold, this thing went to 900%. I mean, it went from our initial entry was at 40 cents to $3.60. I don't imagine everyone sold at the top, but it was definitely 900% run on this put. And it popped back up to test high, and then because of the news, it dumped. And the reason I got the puts was because I saw the hourly, and the hourly has a lot of resistance up in this level, up in the 390 level. So it double topped here a couple days ago, and it did the same thing. So that's why I bought the puts, and that's what my thesis was based on, was that it was going to double top and come down, and that's exactly what it did. And the news definitely helped accelerate the sell-off. So that was a nice 900% win for anyone that actually had the stones to hold it through. And this is a prime example how having a stop loss on Friday lottos can hurt you more than help you, because if you didn't get stopped out, you would have had a huge run. And those that, like I said, held, they had a nice big run. And the other one was the 382.50. Let me pull it up. Yeah, 382.50. And I had the same thing going in mind, but I went in a little too fast, and we got at the 382.50 puts at 26 cents. I'll show it again so you can see the proof at 935. And that was 935 is literally right here. So it came pulled back, and I got out because I didn't like that it was too far out of the money, it was too cheap, and it was starting to go up. It was going against me a little bit, and I don't like being too far out of the money on Fridays. I like to be at the money or the closest to it, and they were so cheap at the money, so I picked the wrong one, and it kind of went. I didn't like the way it was, and also me hating BA, I just got out. I waited. And I know some others decided to hold it, and if they did hold it, that was definitely another 500% run, because it went from 26 cents, and if you held through it, it went to what was the high of this candle? $1.45. Yeah, that was more than a 500% run if you held on to it. So that was the recap of Friday. My thoughts, why I chose these tickers and why I played them. Oh, and I also had FXI, and I'm not going to really cover that because it doesn't move. I hate the stock because it doesn't move. It's a China ETF, and it doesn't, the premiums don't really go up. It just kept, I had the 39.50 puts, and they just kept bouncing around 15 cents. I didn't even write the puts in my alert. Boy, that was dumb. Oh well, at least people didn't grab it because it didn't work out. mean, it worked out. I mean, it chopped around 15 cents to 22, and I get out of like a 17. These things don't move, the FXI, so I shouldn't have even taken it in the first place. So that was a dumb thing on my part. I won't touch that again. But that's the recap for Friday. That's my thoughts. So I also want to let everybody know that I did open up a new room. It's free to join. The link is in the description of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow me on social media. Thanks.